What up, though? This your boy Cuzin P, and you're tuned in to the
Spot.
spot where the ears meet the street.
Here with the players, the best. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you. Damn, I don't even know. I gotta get the shit where your ear eat. What is it? Where your ears meet the street. Where your ear meet the street. The spot where your ear meet the street.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Alaska with the spot where the ears meet the streets. I'm here with a very special guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Mama.
My name is ILisa Robinson from ILisa Entertainment.
Hey Mama, how you doing?
Good, can't complain at all. Just happy to be here.
Happy to be here. We moved our cars.
Listen,
we're good.
we're making sure we ain't getting charged.
That part, parking's good. All of that, Because we both was like, huh. He was like, "Why are you stressing?" I'm like, "Shit, I'm trying to figure out my fucking parking.
Right.
And I'm trying to be here. I'm trying to do it all right now."
That part.
Well, I'm glad we're here. I'm
Yes.
glad we're chatting. So let's get into it.
Okay.
All right. What first pulled you into promoting, booking, and helping artists? And what made you stay with it all these years?
So I would say I started with a female entertainment company called Entertainment back in like '07. We started doing functions. And what I noticed that a lot of those functions was a lot of Bay Area artists. And every time I would be like, hey, let's let the Sacramento artists perform, they were kind of like, we're not trying to do all that. Because at that time was the hyphy movement. They were like, we're not trying to hear no Sacramento artists. So I ended up still being a part of that entertainment company and then kind of doing my own thing, got Silk and Pinkies. And then from there, it just kind of, blew up. And the reason why I stay consistent with it is because the stories or the testimonials that I get from artists that I work with of how, the showcases or, just promotion, stuff like that, help them continue on throughout life because, everybody goes through a lot of things.
Right.
And so it kind of helped them stay out of the streets or be focused on something positive because they started seeing gains from performing at the shows or me promoting them.
I love that. I think it's super cool because you're so like calm, cool, and collected. I've never seen you party. I've never seen you drunk. But this is a different look for someone that promotes parties, and it's so dope.
Thank you.
I love that. Yeah,
I appreciate that. And it's just a testament to my background. I don't judge nobody, nothing like that. Sorry, but I grew up in the church, and so that kind of just showed me to be level-headed and understand. Like I used to do throw the parties and the functions. I used to get whooped sometimes. You know what I mean? But early on, I started learning that hey, you're here for business, not for anything else. You're here to make sure everybody is safe. And so I started just implementing that with every party that we did. I'm like, hey, y'all could be drunk, but I'm gonna be the one that's, I wouldn't say I didn't drink at all, but I'm the most sober and making sound decisions when everything is chaotic.
I'm working.
Yes.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think it's super cool that you said that you grew up in the church.
Yes.
I think there's a hard blame for the church, and like you can't go to church and praise the Lord and
Yes.
then be a fun drinking person. It's like you can do all of the above.
Yes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to hide either of them.
Yes.
And I think it's beautiful because I am pretty religious, but not religious, spiritual, I would say.
Yes.
But I don't speak up it as much unless people ask me.
Yeah.
Just because people see my one persona.
Yes.
And then can't see it together. So I love that you honed in on both of those things
Yes.
and brought that together because I think that is our community.
For sure.
Our community usually grew up in the church.
Yes.
And so it's blending our whole entire community together.
Yes. And I think too with that, piggybacking off of that, we've all grown up with people that we grew up in church with and they may have struggled and stuff like that. So, church teaches you more than just, be perfect. It teaches you that somebody may, fall down, but they're able to get back up again and keep pushing. And you're supposed to encourage those people, not judge them. You get what I'm saying? So it helped me give people grace and stuff like that with growing up in the church and just helping people have that faith to continue to keep pushing and being that person to believe in them when they don't even believe in themselves.
I love that. Mm-hmm. I absolutely love that. So thank you for that.
Thank you. No problem. God gave me a mission when I was little, and I tell people all the time, like, they're like, how did you know? And I'm just like, I just kept praying, and God used me. My mom always taught us to do that, and so.
You were chosen. That's what I believe. And you were chosen. And I think this one time I was talking to someone, quick story. Yeah. So I married a woman, right? And I used to be a assistant for this other woman who like grew up in like the grunge 80s times, whatever. And she was a fluid person. She ended up marrying like a Southern Baptist man, right?
Okay.
And so I was expressing to her how my ex-wife's aunt was religious but kind of shunned us and how I just didn't understand that, right? Mm-hmm. And she was like, well, that was her own perception of what she believes of the Bible. Like she's not trying to hurt you.
Yes.
And then I was like, oh, that makes sense. What I call people like you are like true chosen ones. You know, you see through all the everything and you realize that we're all just human and we need to be there for each other. So again,
I appreciate that.
a lot of people in Sacramento know your name from putting on events and creating opportunities for local talent. What did you see missing in the city that made you build your own lane?
Again, Piggy, just backing off of that first question, I saw that there was a lane for Sacramento artists, and I'll attest to it again. Sean, when I was younger, you know, her playing Sacramento artists and me seeing that there are talented artists out here, I always said in the back of my mind, I want to put these artists on. And so with the functions and all that, I knew I had to build myself, build my fan base, I guess you would say. It's not a fan base, but build my supporters to where then, okay, going from the club scene, getting them to actually support local talent.
I love that. Yeah. For the people who remember the Rock the Mic days, how do you feel that era shaped the way you move in business today?
I would say it taught me a lot because at that time I was much younger. I want to say I started when I was fresh 18 in this business. And so there's a lot of things that I didn't know. There's a lot of things that there are a lot of mistakes that I made, whether it be getting on social media and just running my mouth about things that are factual, but could rub somebody the wrong way to where they may not want to work with me, or to where I've had people say, oh, you know, you're intimidating. And I'm like, come on, like that hurt my soul.
Wow, did you just see my mouth? You're not at all.
I'm like, you know, like I've never, you know, been that type of person. If you truly know me, you know that I'm the most, you know, nicest person ever. I'm always trying to pour into people, especially people that I know that just need that extra lift. You know what I'm saying? And so that kind of woke my eyes up and like, okay, let me just pull back a little bit from that, because Black women, we have that stigmatism of just being so tough and so hard or whatever. And I think you get a better response from people when you just are you and you just have a good, you know, persona about yourself. You're more welcoming, then more opportunities will come to you.
I love that. Oh my God, we're gonna be best friends. He said it. I'm stealing you. I'm taking her. She's mine now. We already said it. What separates a real promoter and artist developer from somebody who's just throwing parties and posting flyers?
I would say the money that goes into it. Like being a real promoter, being an artist developer, sometimes you're not going to get money for what you're doing. Sometimes you're paying everything out of your own pocket and you're just willing to take that risk. And so I feel like that's what separates, because I've thrown parties, I've run like Blush, Next and stuff like that. And with that, it was so much easier to throw a party versus actually throwing a showcase where people are coming just to see local talent. And so, yeah, that's what I would say.
I love that. Yeah. You've worked with a lot of local talent. What are the biggest mistakes artists make when it comes to branding, networking, and being ready for opportunities?
I would say in the beginning, they start going super, super hard. Like when they're hungry, there's like a hungry phase where you just see them going hard. But once they start getting a lot of people that are kind of gravitating towards their music, or they get a buzz, and they start getting that local celebrity syndrome, to where they start, you know, for me, there's a lot of artists that even though I may not necessarily charge certain artists because I saw something in them. And then once they get a buzz, then they turn around like, oh, I need $500, $600 for a show. And I'm like, hold on. If it wasn't for my platform, you wouldn't have been able to get your music out there. But that's just what comes with the game, and just not taking it personally. You know what I mean? Everybody wants to get paid. So, yeah.
Did you read the 4 agreements?
No.
Oh, one of the 4 agreements is don't take things personal.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I love
for
that.
sure. Yeah. So, you know, growth, I'm almost 40 years old. So it's like I've learned.
She a lie.
I am 38. I'll be 39 this year. So I've learned a lot, even with, you know, I opened up with you and them as well about my son having autism. It's taught me patience, grace, and all that. And I would say that I wouldn't be who I am today had I not have to go through that experience.
Wow. Your aura is so warm. It's just so warm, so genuine, so loving. I love it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you. I'm gonna probably say it a million times. I'm going to say thank you.
Listen,
thank you.
I'm that type of person too.
Yeah.
I'm always thank you, appreciate people, because it's a blessing.
It's a people pleaser. I like to make people feel good, and good people feel good.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
When an artist reaches out to you, what makes you take them seriously right away, and what makes you pass?
What makes me take them serious, I would say, is just the way that they kind of communicate with me. If it's, hey, yo, I'm the hottest rapper in Sac, you better book me, and da-da-da-da-da. It's kind of like,
They talk to you like that?
Yeah. They
Better?
do. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Or like, you book me and I'm bring the whole city out. And it's like, I've been in this since 2007. I've been there, done that, heard that.
I know the whole city.
Yeah. So it's like, I even know that some of the most talented artists are not even able to bring out the whole city.
Right. Yes.
So again, like, you know, those type of things kind of turn me off. And like I said, just their communication, the way that they communicate with me throughout the process,
Right.
if they're trying to book a show, if they're on it when they say they're going to pay me, or if they're flaking and stuff like that. And what was the other part of that question? I'm sorry.
The other part was, so what makes you take them seriously and what makes you pass on them, which is the same, yeah.
Right. So when they know just how to communicate and they know how to have a level of respect, because a lot of people, they're coming to me, I'm not coming to them. I tell people all the time, it's a difference if I'm coming to you.
Right.
But you're coming to me. And so just have a level of respect. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But also, too, like I said, throughout growing up, and learning more, I've learned to have grace with some people because some people are just not taught how to
Right.
communicate, how to talk to other people. So sometimes I just use that as a teaching lesson.
I love that. Yes, that was going to be my follow-up was that. Like,
Yes.
you can hear certain tones and certain things, and you're like, okay, this is whatever. And then sometimes you can hear, okay, this person just needs a little, maybe I do need to manage them and,
Yes.
help them speak a little bit better.
Better, yes, for
right.
real.
Yeah, so yes, I totally get it. Yes. Sacramento has talent, but sometimes it feels like artists struggle to build momentum. What do you think the city gets right and still needs to change?
I think one thing that the city gets right is they're starting to incorporate. We just had a grant process, which artists were able to get $10,000 for a year. So I think it was like $1,000 stipend every month to help them with whatever they need, whether it be their rent, whether it be promotion, marketing, throwing their own shows.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And so stuff like that, I think that the city is headed in the right direction. What I would say that they're doing wrong is, no disrespect to the Bay, I love the Bay to death, like Big Ridge. There's a lot of people, Jay Stalin, that helped me in the beginning process. Jack, or RIP to him, Dub 20. Right. But I feel like in the Bay Area, I've done shows out there, and you can't just go out there and throw a show. You have to know somebody.
Right.
You have to be tapped in. And even then, if you're not from there, they're like, hey, why is she throwing, because I used to do Rock the Mic Oakland. Why is she doing Rock the Mic Oakland? And da-da-da-da. I'm like, hey, I'm just naming it based on what city I'm touching.
We're neighbors, and I'm trying to build your community. That's why.
Right.
Right?
For sure. And I'm like, there's artists that have been begging me to come out there, so I'm just trying to, create a lane. And so with that, I feel like Sacramento needs to do a better job at booking DJs from Sacramento, allowing Sacramento promoters to actually throw festivals out here versus people from the outside. I'm not saying don't open those doors for them, but I think that the people in the city that are working hard, they should be getting that access first.
Yeah, create from within and then grow.
Correct.
I love that. Mm-hmm. You've been involved in both entertainment and community work. How do you balance business with actually wanting to make a difference?
Nowadays, I don't know if you guys been paying attention to how I've kind of been moving lately, but because of my son having autism, I've really been just focused on Kicks for Kids and trying to shape that more into, that's my nonprofit, shaping it more into a thing to where we can actually touch the autism community and possibly throwing events to where it's sensory, to where they'll love that, where we have barbers and stylists. We were just talking, have them come in and actually help out these families, because it's a lot. You don't have a lot of people that show up for you when they know that your kid has autism, because they're like, why is a kid have so much energy? Why are they doing this, that, and the third? And they'll judge you and kind of shun you instead of, being there for you. And so I learned through this process, a lot of people just need a village. A lot of people just need somebody to say, hey, I understand what you're going through.
Right.
Let me help you through this process.
Exactly. It's a spectrum, guys.
Yes.
Spectrum.
Yes.
So we're all somewhere on the spectrum, number one. And that, I am, that's so dear and to my heart, because I don't have any children, but I see these parents who are burnt out and just need a break. And I'm like, how does the world not see this? How do the people in your life not see this? And so creating that space for people to come in, and when I've expressed this to other people, they'll apologize, or they'll be like, I don't know if, and I'm like, no, I'm not that person.
Yes.
There's no judge. Bring them in. Like, this person, that is your child. They act the way they do. We're going to love them through it.
Yes.
And maybe those kids also need a safe space to just be themselves.
Yes.
And those people normally get that at home with their closest people. Yeah. The world needs to create safe space for everybody.
Yes. And I feel like, too, it starts at home, because my son was in they consider general education from August till February. And we had to move into a level 2 class, because in El Grove, they do it based on like the level. So he's at the lowest level. So that's level 2. But being in that process, seeing him in general education, those kids loved him to death. They were trying to encourage him to, hey, Lance, don't cry. Hey, Lance, don't run out the classroom, and, just giving him encouragement and stuff like that. So you literally see that within young kids that, people being judgmental, it's taught. It's not something that is just automatically instilled within kids, because they don't know no better. And like I said, shout out to Carroll Elementary. I love my son's village to death, even though he's not at that school no more. They still pour into him, and I'm just thankful.
They're still your village.
Yes. Correct.
Yes. I love that. I love that for sure. As a woman building a name in this space, what did you have to learn the hard way about respect, boundaries, and staying consistent?
I would say I just had to learn to. I was just telling my husband the other day. I was like, one thing I always used to say that Tupac said is me and my big mouth. Like he always used to say that, and I always felt like that was kind of my thing. Like I always felt like I got to tell somebody what it is. You know, if it's facts or somebody came for me, then I need to address it. But as I got older, as I had kids, and I see certain things within them, their anger, I'm like, all right, I see them with it, I see me in them.
Right.
And so how can I set an example? I can't be the parent that says, don't do this, don't do that, and I'm doing the same thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? I want to lead by example. So even my bonus daughter, she's about to be 19 this year. But
Hi, bonus daughter.
I love her to death, Leah. Shout out to Leah. But just being super influential in her life and, not realizing the effect that I had on her since she was 4 and knowing that now and her expressing that to me, I'm like, okay, I'm doing the right thing. So just trying to do that with my younger kids. And like I said, just giving people grace and just having patience because you never know when you're going to need that grace extended to you.
Oh my gosh, you are so rich. You are so rich. Oh my goodness. When people talk about Lisa years from now, what do you want your legacy to be? What would you want your legacy to be in Sacramento music and the community?
Just I gave people a chance, just that I saw something that I was able to show people, hey, you can start from nothing and create something. You know what I mean? You don't have to have the money. You don't have to necessarily start off with the connections. But if you have an idea, really hone on that, talk to your people, see how they feel about it. And even sometimes your people that are around you, they may not see the vision. But if God gave you that vision, you keep praying and you keep seeing that it's working over and over and over again, that means that's what you're supposed to do. You know what I mean? So I just want people to, remember me as, somebody that knew their vision at a young age and always stood true to that.
I love that. All right, Miss Lisa, thank you so much for coming by. It was great chatting with you.
Thank you for having me.
Anytime.
I really appreciate it.
I'm going to have you look at that camera right over there and let them know anything that you have coming out. Please talk about the nonprofit that you have as well.
Sure. So first, I want to give a shout out to my husband, Lance, DJ LR. Make sure you book him for any event, special occasion, anything. He'll get you right. He offers mobile DJ services. We travel everywhere. So shout out to him. Shout out to my kids, Aaliyah, Lance, and Lanisa. Love you guys to death. Our next event for Kicks for Kids is August 22nd, which will be our back to school shoe, backpack, and school supply drive. August 22nd, 2026 from 12 to 3. Coach JT, he's also a sponsor for that event, as well as Stonefield. So, yeah, that's what we have coming up. And just thank you guys for having me. I truly appreciate it.
Do you have an Instagram or way to reach you?
Yes. So my Instagram is at Mrs. Lisa. So that's MSZ Lisa or ILisa Entertainment. So ILISAENT. And Kicks for Kid is Kicks, KICKS 4 Shoe Drive. And then our website is www.kicksforkids916.org.
Yay. All right. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you.
This brother from Detroit